to say that it's the nature of children to get lost and not be paying attention, but it's gotten even worse in recent years because we try to blame the technology, but when you grow up with something in your hands, you're used to looking at something like that. You're used to something that's going to interact with you, not a textbook that just sits there, And they're so used to this level of technology being in their hands that they don't know how to deal with it when they go to class and it's not their computer.
Students are saying that school is too easy, so they're just like, it takes no effort or thought on their part. So having that in mind, we plan on having really in-depth information. And once again, I always go back to my own personal experience as a teacher. Like you said, I always think, okay, what if there's those students that already know all of this? I always have kind of like that advanced kind of backup lesson, like, okay, I can just switch.
If we have a 3-level course, and in each one of those levels, for instance, there are 10 lessons, okay, that would mean that there are 30 lessons in total in a particular course. Each one of those lessons may have, let's say, for instance, 10 learning objectives, which means now that we've increased that from the 30 to 300. And then each one of those learning objectives have 3 presentation methods. So we've actually taken and created a tremendous amount of information in different formats, all within the program itself. The program automatically selects the proper level of presentation determined on the student's ability. And it's all handled. In other words, it's already a customized course, but we build the entire element beforehand, and then we automatically put together the course for presentation at the time of presentation.
Based on the testing culture that we're in, the students memorize it long enough to pass the test, and then they forget about it. And so with our reiterative process where they're going back, they're being asked different levels of questions, that knowledge is going to stay, like it's there. They've mastered it. And so once you master something, it's yours. And so through our building block application, we know that's what's going to happen because they're being asked to demonstrate their understanding in so many different ways.
Learning objective is probably in content equivalent to 1 or 2 paragraphs of information. It is not a lot of information. So the point is it's reiterative, but it doesn't look that way to the student because it's new material. It's presented just in a different level of detail. But it's the same material that's represented, and the questions are different too. They don't get the same question over again. The questions are completely, we create a tremendous pool of questions, and the idea being that we want to dynamically choose questions. The order of questions is always dynamic. The actual question itself is dynamic, so that pool is used. So that there is no concept of being asked the same question over and over again, but a new question on the same subject, okay, or on the same learning objective.
At the very beginning, everyone's going at different levels, different rates. So with our building block, everyone can go at the level and at the rate that's good for them. Because of our question pools, you're not getting the same questions all the time. The person next to you could be getting some different assessment tools, but it's for you where you're at. And so you're basically building your own learning. You're going your own path to accomplish those concepts for whatever the content is. And you're not sitting through something that's boring like a lot of people do in classrooms. They already know this. Or you're not struggling, hey, will she slow down? The teacher's going too fast. So it gives you exactly what you need.
We not only ask questions for memorization, but we ask questions for all 5 of those particular categories. And the idea is it's a reiterative process to reinforce the concept, to really understand, to see if they really understand the issue. We don't want them to just memorize the issues. So we go through in our questions, and that's really an integral part of what we do here. It's not so much to test them as it is to aid the learning process. And that's something that we've incorporated it in. It's identified in our patent as an integral part of what we're doing. So it's the reiteration, it's the question sets that are asked, it's the method in which they're asked, it's the concept of going back and reviewing it as we go through. We're building these blocks of information, and more importantly, we're verifying the ability to use that and then put more and more layers. We're creating a very secure foundation and building on that foundation to completely have them grow educationally.